So the car is the BMW X3. This is the facelifted version of the car. It is also exclusive to you, by the way. And we've got all the details for you now on what's turning into a nice little SUV special for you on the program today.
The second generation of the X3, called F25 internally, made its debut in 2010. We drove that car from Frankfurt to Munich in its 30D and 20D avatars. Fast forward to today and we have the facelifted car with us outside of Munich in the Bavarian countryside.
The rear has been tweaked ever so slightly, so at first glance you probably won't be able to tell that, and you still know of course that it's an X3. That's perhaps pretty much the point, because when you think about BMW facelifts, for the last few years we've seen that, it's almost intentional not to go too far away from what that model was always about in terms of design. So the guys at BMW Design in Munich, I like to believe, very intentionally maintain the essence, the integrity and the originality in many ways of that first design, because they don't want the model to look substantially different. So you won't see anything that screams redesign. It's very subtle. First glance, you almost have to say, are you sure that's a facelifted version? Well, the thing that is new is the headlamp styling, because you got this eyebrow on top, some people like to call it that, and it now meets the front grille. It's been extended. You saw the same sort of design in the X5, so it's a bit of a SUV characteristic now, or a family look that's going to creep in. The new X6, which comes out later this year, will probably carry that forward as well. The grille, just as bold as ever, also has a little notch here which kind of complements that strip coming in, and meeting the front grille. Looks a little extended, little stretched. The bumper was really heavy, and this was sort of similar to what the sport version had. I'm glad to see that it's becoming the stock treatment, because it adds a little bit of a sporty element and also makes the car look less heavy up front, looks a little more agile.
On the inside, the color palette and materials have been tweaked. I do like the new seats as they are more attractive and more comfortable too. In India, the car is now available in a new X-line trim that includes matte aluminium inserts in the bumpers, an X-line grille and exhaust, and a sporty leather steering wheel amongst other things. But the bigger changes are invisible and are under the hood.
Now the great news is that the car maintains its nice sporty driving dynamic, which was something that I really liked about this new generation when it first came out. That is still intact. The other bit of news you need to know, all the engines have been severely updated. Let's take a look at the details on the diesels which matter to us.
In India, BMW has decided to ditch the 30D engine, and now both variants get only the 2-litre diesel. The reworked engine belts out 190 bhp and peak torque kicks in at 1750 rpm, which is great and offers good response through the 8-speed gear shift. The prices for the car now: the xDrive 20D Expedition is priced at 44,90,000 and the xDrive 20D X-Line at 49,90,000 rupees ex-showroom India.